So I'm Tamsin. I work at Blue Motor Finance. We're a lender for used car hire purchase financing, and I'm Director of Analytics there. I think there's a few things that we've touched on in the conference as well. One is always finding the right talent. We're quite a small business and quite a lean team in analytics, and we cover sort of all the way from the BI side and the data management all the way to sort of AI. So finding people who are the right fit and have the sort of business sense as well as the coding. That's obviously a challenge, building and retaining the team. I think also data management and building out data as a product is another thing I caught earlier. So that's something I'm starting to think about, where we can provide the value to the business, not just churning out information as it's requested, but really thinking ahead and also giving people more access to data where they need it, but in a sort of controlled way at the same time. Yeah, so as I touched on there, it's something we're working on at the moment. I think we're a very data-focused business. There's a lot of appetite for data, but I think what we're doing is working on building out really good communication with each of the stakeholders and the teams across the business. So although we are quite small, but with people working sort of remotely and hybrid and things like that, making sure we have the regular communication between the members of my team and the business around what they need, what's no longer relevant for them, what they may have asked for before that we could maybe do differently, and also, like I mentioned, sort of building out the self-service reporting capability to help them get the data that they need to make their decisions. I think where we came from we've sort of grown as a business. I joined quite close to the beginning, and we were a very small business and a small team as well, and a lot of focus around sort of BI and responding to requests. So I think that's a challenge, to sort of step away from that and think about, okay, where can we actually be providing insight, being proactive and not reactive to what the business needs. It can be difficult. There are some really clear-cut ones like the GDPR, but then there's all sorts of emerging potential regulation in AI and around ethics and things like that. So it's just making sure that obviously we're keeping on top of the regulation, but also being sensible and thinking what's the right thing to do and trying to think ahead. So I mean, obviously you never know what the regulation's going to be, but if you're focused on what's the right thing for your customers, and let's not forget, although it's an interesting technical challenge, this is all about customers and businesses, and certainly as a lender, people's lives are impacted. So thinking about what's the right thing to do, what would I want to do. I think one thing that keeps coming up is data mesh and sort of distributing the data management and in that way. And there's a lot of self-service AI has been emerging, so I'm a little cautious around that, making sure that's being used in the right way. I sort of mentioned AI ethics. I think transparency and ethics are going to come to the forefront, I believe.